Alright, timers are go. Pulling the button is accelerate. Whoa! I have to pass 187 cars. Whoa! Did I just go to Canada? Why is it all of a sudden snow? Why does my car look like a little beetle? I feel like I'm not doing well. I feel like I'm doing poorly. Oh, man. Oh, Polish Monopoly? I've played Monopoly before. Oh my god, game! We're not good at this game yet, but that's alright. We'll get there. I feel like I'm so slow to maneuver. But I'm not. I'm just being slow. I can see that now. Yeah, so we definitely are not gonna beat it tonight, right? Because we gotta do it before nightfall. Oh wow, that's hard. It's just taillights. That's cool. That's really cool. This just needs a kickin' soundtrack and it would be awesome. This needs like the Big Bird's Egg Catch soundtrack. Oh my god, it's so dark now. I don't like that at all. So your final like little bit of the race is in this pitch blackness? That is absurd. Right when it matters the most. Top 100 yet. Alright, we started to do a little bit better. Alright. Started to get in there a little bit at the end. Yeah, I hate Monopoly. Monopoly's a bad game. My husband brought his copy of the Waddington Monopoly with him when he moved here. They did a blue to red sky gradient, and I do not accept that gradient from any video game. It's ugly, it's not accurate, the colors clash, don't do it. If you want a sunset, get some orange and purple in here. That's funny. Their logo is literally better in on-screen during gameplay. It's funny. Alright. Now I know I have to hold the button to accelerate. That'll give us a good head start. And I realize that we are much more responsive with our stick than I initially gave it credit for. don't like the snow. Oh, it's so blinding to my eyeballs. And we gotta do this 5 times, huh? Is it worth it to go slow, maybe? Alright, we basically passed 100 on our before it got to night. That's a big improvement. Yeah, going slow is definitely useful, especially here at night. Pretty convincing engine sound too. I like that. It's pretty good. All right, all right, all right. Making some moves. We're getting there. We're getting there. Gentle touch required on the stick. No jerking it around wildly. Looks for the make car shiny switch, a la Space Invaders. Oh, make it skinny. Yeah. Make the car skinny. That would help a lot, actually. What difficulty am I on? I always forget to check. I assume I'm on easy still. Yeah. Yeah, we're still on novice. Oh, maybe I should look at the manual again, make sure I'm not overlooking something. All right. Yeah, no, the gentle touches seem to be not enough. Definitely need to be a bit more rough, you know, with the stick than I was. No way. That's bull. We gotta do this 5 times in a row, even. Oh, that's. Oh man, that's gonna be a challenge. That's alright. I think once we get the hang of it, unless it increases in difficulty pretty significantly, I think we'll be alright. That's a purple. That's a purple guy. What are you talking about? Look at all that purple. And a green even. Over 100 right around nightfall. Good. Yeah, I can brake. Probably need to do. Hey, we did it. Can we undo it by crashing one? Or are we just on the next day now? It just instantly takes you to the next day. Okay. Now it's 300? Was it 200 before? Now it's 300? Holy crap. That is a big jump. I don't like that. I don't like it when it jumps up 100. Be under 200 before night? That seems bad. If this had music, this would be awesome. If this had music, it might be my favorite game on the system. I do like that they gave the middle cars like a bright red light instead of the purple lights for the edges. That's pretty good design right there. question is going to be, do I get to keep my one-day win, or do I have to start all over? This is the perfect game to have your own background soundtrack. What's up with the road on the box art? It's the Rainbow Road, man. That's where you know, Mario got it. Oh, I have to start all over because I can't keep going. That's brutal. All 5 in a row, huh? Yeah, I'll have to get some sort of a music playing apparatus set up on my stream. I used to have one, but I'd rather find a alternative solution to what I had before. What I was doing before was just literally having Spotify open and playing a playlist of copyright-friendly songs. I'd like to do something a little bit better, or at least a better playlist. If anyone's got any suggestions or recommendations, I would definitely love to hear them. OC Remix. Yeah, OC Remix is great. Do they have, like, music anywhere that I could just, like, stream? Or do I need to download it all and then play it through, you know, another program? Because if so, what other program? Like Winamp or something? Like, what do people even use for music playing anymore? So I just stream all my music at this point. Like, I got Pandora if I feel like finding some relatively, you know, unknown stuff to me. Got Spotify for when I want to play like a curated music list that I have. But I don't really want to use Spotify on stream because I have to pay for it to not have commercials. I'm looking to reduce my overall spending, you know, just in general. I could find a free alternative. Yeah, I love OC Remix. I've been a fan of OC Remix for years. Oh, we're gonna beat this before it even becomes day. Before it even becomes morning. That's awesome. Can we use that to get a little bit of a boost? Like if we pass more cars while it's still nighttime. Will that take off something that we'll need in the future? Or do we just keep driving for free here? Accomplishing nothing. We're waiting for the sun to come. wish we could add more straightaways. Straightaways are way easier. Well, we're about to beat 100, or our first 100, about to drop below 200, and we're still only in Canada, so that's an improvement. Oh boy, 5 whole days, huh? Boy, that sure is a lot of driving. There's a Rainwave OC remix station. Really? Huh. What is Rainwave? I've never heard of that. If I need to, when I realize I'm getting stuck because I've chosen the wrong path when there's a middle car and then a left or a right car, I'm wondering if I need to brake to go around. I wonder if that's, number one, doable, and number two, going to save me more time in the long run. Give me more cars. Why are there so few? It's gonna make me fail just because you're not throwing enough obstacles at me, huh? I see how it is. Enduro. Gonna cheat. Just to win. It'd be kind of cool to get the first 200 before it even becomes nighttime. That'd be cool. Not doing it, obviously, but that'll be a good sign. Getting better each time. So there's no reason to even like be playing right now, right? None of this matters. I can go reverse. Okay. Internet radio, up all the time, allows listeners requests on a fancy automated system. That's awesome. Thank you for the link out. Let me pull that up. How's that? Oh, gotta drive now. How's the audio? Is that too loud? Seems good. Nice. Gal, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't know they even had this. This is awesome. And you guys aren't getting any echo from the microphone, I hope. Because I'm also jamming to it. We want to be under 200 before we leave in. I wish that they color-coded these cars as well by which lane they were in. It'd be super helpful. Really bad at detecting echo audio issues. Cool. I will believe them. But thank you for giving me that first wave of confidence. Definitely not going to be this run. Damn it. We need to be at like 150 when night falls. And future days are going to be even more of a nightmare, man. What are they thinking? Maybe the goal is less go up as fast as you can and slow down when you need to. Maybe we need to find just one speed where we can stay at, you know? Just cruise our way through. Well, maybe crashing hurts us more than just going slow would. Really bad at detecting echo type. Yeah, no worries. And Atari can't hear it either. Good. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is gonna be another tough one, huh? I turned down the volume too much, I think, because I need to hear what engine sounds like. Find a nice relaxing speed we can just cruise at. Let's just cruise our way through. Find that nice relaxing speed, then we'll kick it up one notch for the next day. See if we can just kind of acclimate ourselves that way. Slower, but fewer crashes, more control. What else? I'm interested in how many miles we have to go in total. If we know what that is, we can kind of ration our speed based on that. Is it 100 miles? That would be a nice round number. Into this. It's very jazzy, very funky. Yeah, I had no idea OC Remix had a live streaming radio thing. That's awesome. In my Discord, every single day I post a video game remix. And a lot of them, you know, come from OC Remix. Because for me, music is such an important part of video games. This strategy doesn't seem like it's worked at all. We have in fact done worse. So yeah, we need to be passing about 3 cars every mile. That's nuts. not accounting for crashes. Wrong way. This is way better with the soundtrack. We're already almost halfway through. Oh boy. Way through with crashing though. Oh, brutal. Alright. 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 Here we go. That part of the stream is over, where we were crashing all the time. That's done now. Now we're just going to win. What do you got playing now, DJ Gal? So it doesn't look like there's anything actually in front of the car. It looks like it's just the, like, what I mean to say is it doesn't look like there's actually a car. It's just the light we have to dodge itself. So we can, like, cut real close behind it. I actually like this nighttime part the best. This is the easiest for me because the middle colored lights. Hey Dragon, how's it going, man? Definitely push the FF5 song. That's right. Nick Racer into house. Can't quite see the shirt, bro. Is that X-Men? No, this is Streets of Rage. First one, Streets of Rage. One of my favorite games of all time. Are you making those shirts or buying them? Oh, well, I'm buying them. 3-year-old just when it's Nick. Aw, that's cute. Can I say hello? Hi. What's the 3-year-old's name? How is your fighting game challenge shaping up? car. Me and my car, baby. I love taking road trips. You guys like taking road trips? I like to get in the car, even if it's just me by myself, and drive for like 30 hours. Like, those are fun times. You get to listen to some podcasts or YouTube videos or whatever it is you're into. You get to just kind of have the windows down, see the country, stop at a bunch of places, talk to the locals. See what life is like on the other side. Longest road trip I ever took was a 30-hour-long road trip to Montana. And it was a fun time. Second longest was 18 hours to Florida. Alright, we can just let this part go for a while. That's Anya. She's playing in her bus now. Hi, Anya. Thanks for knowing who I am. If I'm not driving, I like it. Big road trip fan. Our honeymoon was a road trip. That's cute. That's really cool. Where did you guys go? Meeting on that... Excuse me. Oh, that was weird. Winning on that side of I don't change games until I beat it. No cheats. We'll look up how to play. 9 games lined up after. I know there's got to be more. Oh, there are tons more. Well, it's crazy, Nick. I did exactly the same thing. 1996, the year there's no speed limit in Montana. That's awesome. I didn't know there was a year with no speed limit in Montana. That's funny. Had a few nights 1v1 with my buddy, a few streams. Gotta do my challenge more. Yeah. Good job. Drove from San Francisco to Mount St. Helens. My old roommate, my old college roommate, his brother moved to Montana, to Missoula, Montana. Now, I've told a couple of stories from our trip there before, but it was a really, really fun time. Met a really, really cool bartender who I'm pretty sure he was like into me, and he was very sad when I brought a lady the following night after meeting him. I felt really bad. Then he gave me a whole plate of Jello shots, and I was like, "Thanks, friend. Good looking out." Missoula was a really fun, happening town. I can't get past this car. He's killing me. This doesn't sound familiar, but it sounds awesome. Middle cars. And then driving through the mountains to get like into the heart of Montana. That was awesome. The mountains were super pretty. Of course, we did almost die. My friend tried to pick up the wrong lady at a bar on our way into Montana. I've told the story before on stream. We stopped at a small little one traffic light town called Custer, Montana. It's got a population of like 400. And there was a bar was having their farewell to winter party. So everyone showed up wearing, you know, Hawaiian jackets, or Hawaiian shirts rather, and like cowboy hats and stuff. And we showed up in our sweatshirts because we were driving in from Detroit where it was still really, really cold and snowy. So everyone immediately knew we were out of town, or from out of town. Plus, like, there were more people in that bar than there were houses. And so I was like, well, there's clearly something going on here. I talked to one of the ladies outside, and I was like, hey, what's going on? She's like, oh yeah, this is the biggest party, you know, in all of Montana. People come from like 50 miles around to come to this. And, yeah. It was fun. Good time. I'm glad my friend didn't get killed. Still 50 cars. I can't believe we have to do this 5 times in a row. This is going to be so hard. Apparently from Heretic. Drove from San Francisco to Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier, ended in Seattle. That is a long drive. That's like an 18-hour drive, right? Still on SNES games. 9 more SNES games, but I gotta find more. Work and kids taking up time for research. An alert, time for kiddo, but I'm around. Appreciate it, Dragon. I can look and see if I can't get you a good list of all the fighting games separated by system. I'm sure that exists. I'm sure we can get you a list of like hundreds of games. A buddy of mine, he I don't think he's watching, but if he is, I've said this to his face, so I don't mind saying it now. I'm pretty sure he's going through a midlife crisis. He's selling his house. He sold basically all of his material possessions, and he bought an RV, and he's just gonna go live around like driving in an RV. He's like trying to find jobs because he's unemployed right now. He's trying to find jobs while he work remotely. Just, you know, live in the RV and drive around the country. And yeah. This is the kind of guy that like was very, very proper, very prim, very here's the path that I've got to take in life. Gotta get a wife, and then get a house with a white picket fence, and then have like 2.5 kids, you know, whatever the 2.3 kids or whatever the average is, and work as a programmer and retire, and that's it. That's life. And he was content with that. And then he got his heart ripped out. And when COVID hit, he lost touch with all his friends. And yeah, I think now he's in the midst of a midlife crisis. So he is about to go live in the van down by the river. He's going to just travel around the country, which sounds really exciting, but I don't know. He's not the kind of guy that I ever would have seen, you know, doing something like that. But I do admire it. He's very brave. I don't know that I could do something like that. Oops. This is gonna be hard. I do this 5 times in a row. Clearly we need to go faster. This speed is good for not crashing. We need to pick it up a little bit if we're gonna do 300. We need to be at like we need to be at about 200 before we leave Canada. That's what we need to do. That was bad. That was not into that. Alright, passed our goal. Nice. And then fell behind it. Alright, we want to be at about 150 when night falls. Not sure what I'm listening to, but I'm into this. Nice little relaxing song. Alright, we did. We got past 150 at night. Good. We are on the right. Oh, what was I doing? We're on the right path. We can still do it. Just gotta stop being bad. I think we want to be at about 75. Like it's dark. Probably want to be at about 25 when this is over. Oh no! I think we could have made it if it weren't for that blunder right there. And obviously any previous blunders had we not done them. I don't think we can do 40 at this point. Maybe we could have. We hadn't crashed. That's close. Coffee break song specifically from Earthbound. Perfect for the night drive. Really enjoying this as well. Man, this is nice. Brought an RV and drove to Canada. Getting close. Getting close. Visited out over a week and a half. Saw the sights. Crater Lake was especially cool. I've never been to Crater Lake. No. Doing really well. Improvement was cleared. Thank you. I'm going to step away for 1 second and use the restroom. I'm not going to actually do a break, though. Just one second. Be right back. Man, we're gonna get this. We are gonna get this. Five days. 5 days. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, traveling in the US, there's not a lot of, like, things I want to see in the US that I haven't already. Although I am being surprised how much beauty there is in places where I would not expect it. Like, who would have thought that Ohio would have, like, huge waterfalls that you can go and stand underneath? I didn't think that, but I found them over the summer, which is really cool. They're really pretty places. I've been to Cali, and I don't know what there is to see in Cali, but I like going to Cali. It's warm, there are palm trees everywhere. Everyone's always on the hustle, which is, you know, an interesting lifestyle. Like, everyone's always trying to do some gig, they're all trying to be famous, make a webcomic, whatever. And, like, it's just kind of fun to, like, see, like, an entire culture of people trying to, you know, make the gig economy, you know, work for them. It's very different from the Midwest. Oh, puppies. No, you guys gotta be quiet. But yeah, so big fan out there. Texas was neat. It doesn't seem like the kind of place I'd want to live, but it was fun to go around. Everything is bigger in Texas. Roads were much wider. But there's really nothing there that I really wanted to see, you know, like landmarks or whatever. I guess there's like the Alamo, which I didn't see, but whatever. Vegas was cool. I like Vegas. Saw the Grand Canyon, which was awesome. I'm actually, this October, we're going to Vegas again for the When We Were Young tour. You guys might have seen that. It was Too Good to Be True concert event with like 50 bands from emo phase of the late 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, going to that. And during that, I'm going to currently have it planned out where I'm going to sleep in a sleeping bag under the stars at the Grand Canyon, which is something I've always wanted to do. I'm a big space guy. I really, really like space. And, yeah. Being at the Grand Canyon at night, last time I was there, I didn't see, like, any buildings anywhere, so I imagine the light pollution is probably, you know, pretty close to zero. I think sleeping under the stars in the Grand Canyon would be super cool, you know? Very, very, like, Native American spiritual style, you know, like, hear the coyotes howling, and hopefully not a rattlesnake rattle, but maybe, who knows. And just, like, kind of just being out there, you know? It's a really fun time. Like, as far as the West Coast, that's pretty much all of the things. Seattle was cool. I like Seattle. I saw a Space Needle, but it was kind of, you know, whatever. A big building with a needle on top. I went and saw Wizards of the Coast headquarters because I'm that big of a dork. That was a landmark that I wanted to go see. But Seattle was cool. I liked Seattle. Going to like the gay district was really, really neat. It was like, I did not know it was there. I was going to a party. The guys from Extra Credits were doing an after party for PAX, and they had rented out a building over in that part of town. And I was a special guest. I was getting to show off the game that I had made, and I'm walking to the location, and all of a sudden, like, the crosswalks are all rainbows, and everyone's got, you know, the pride flag and all their store shops and stuff, and I'm like, where am I? What just happened? And it was really cool. It was a really neat place. But that's about it. Like, those are all the places on the West Coast that I know about. I don't even know what Crater Lake is or where it is. That could be cool. Yellowstone, I guess, is one place I haven't been to yet that I'd like to. I also haven't seen Mount Rushmore yet. That's probably one place I'd like to go see. Middle of the country, there's nothing there that I'd like to see. The Dakotas are hell. Dakotas suck, both of them. Trying to drive through. It was super foggy, and we thought that we had gotten lost in purgatory while we were driving through there. New Orleans was cool. I liked Louisiana. Going out, checking out the swamps was fun. Seeing the old French Quarter was super cool. It was a fun time. I didn't like Alabama. I had a very neat experience. We stopped in Alabama to get gas. Now, I was driving to go visit a friend of mine in Texas. Friend is African American. His girlfriend is also African American, and he and I had been roommates. She had moved in. He moved down to Texas. She and I were now roommates, and he was gone. So while I was going down to visit him, I brought her with me. And so we stop at this gas station, and I get out, and the gas station attendant is being super nice, very polite, very like Southern hospitality, which is very cool. And then my African American friend comes out of the car, and you know, I'm like, "Hey, did you want anything?" And she's like, "No." And he like sees that we're interacting in a way that clearly shows that we know each other and are familiar with one another. I assume he thought that we were a couple, and then he immediately just changed his entire demeanor. Very clearly not happy to see a white guy with a black girl. It's not super cool. You know, kind of sucks. I feel like we had fewer crashes that round. We weren't going fast enough. Up to Crater Lake a few times because my dad's timeshare had a hotel there. We did one run all the way up the west coast and back down. That was the vacation I beat Kirby 64 on. That's funny if that's the thing that stands out the most. Are you sure you didn't see the Alamo? Maybe you saw it and just don't remember. It's possible. I mean, who remembers the Alamo? Honestly. Oh. This game. Alright. Dad had a TV in the backseat of the van. That's funny. Alright. And this is hard. This is not an easy one. When BPN picked these games, he assured me they wouldn't stand in my way of getting to the 5200 and 7800. I think he lied to me. And on the East Coast, Florida, beautiful. I love Florida. Even if everyone down there is apparently crazy. You know, with Florida man being a cryptid that exists. Yeah, I went down, checked out Orlando, loved Orlando. Really cool place, very cool people. I feel like on the snow, my turning is a little bit hampered. Down there. Well, I guess I never really spent a lot of time in the Carolinas. DC's cool enough. Apps are going. I know what they're barking at. There's no pause. Just to go and see what they're freaking out about. I apologize for the barking, guys. I'll have to get a new mic, one that doesn't pick up as well. Yeah, DC's alright. Maryland's kind of pretty in that like foresty New England way. New York's exciting. Although I didn't once see a single foot soldier, which made me really, really sad. That's why the Kirby was memorable. It was road entertainment. Yeah, that was 100% a lie. Uh-oh, which part was 100% a lie? The 2600 games wouldn't get in the way. Yeah. Yeah. So, I've mentioned it before, but just in case maybe you guys aren't aware, what I'm actually trying to do right now is not play 2600 games. I'm trying to beat all of the 5200 games. Like, that's my goal right now. But I don't want to play the 5200 versions of games and then go back to the 2600 version of them. I'd rather do the 2600 version of them first, then move forward and do the 5200 version. Just to see the improvements, you know, and not to take a step back and be like, oh god, what a bad game. You know? So what I was gonna do is just play all the 2600 games that, you know, had ports for the 5200. But I made a bet, VPN, that I would be able to beat Afterburner or Space Harrier, one or the other, by a certain time, and I lost that bet. So he got to add 10 Atari games to the list, under the condition that they be quick. Honestly, so far his games have been pretty short. I have a feeling this might just be the long one. Is this song from Splatoon? I don't know Splatoon, but I heard that blah 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 sound. Does that sound kind of like the Splatoon people? And this is a jam. I like this song. Oh, that sounds like a Street Fighter. It's not a Street Fighter. We want to be at 150 by the time night falls, and I don't think we're going to get there. this is, but it sounds like a Tommy Tallarico song. Tommy Tallarico is a genius. He makes very good music. More cars, please. Got that crash. Could have done day 2 here. Close. Getting there. Said it was Splatoon. Nice. Yeah. Definitely voted this one up for the memes because I knew it had the starting fight sound effect at the start. The starting light sound. Ah, yeah. That was a good one. Good one. That initial sound is the same Capcom Street Fighter sound. Alright. Just out of curiosity, Gao, do you have any idea how long it took BPN to beat this? Because I know he already did this one. I was watching him play it. I don't think I saw him finish it. Because if this took him something like 20 plus hours, I'm going to come after him and be like, hey, we had a deal. "49 minutes? Where are we at? We're already at... No way. Wait, is my timer not going? Whoops. There's no way, unless I'm like just really bad and missing something. I'm gonna have to go and talk to him about that. Thank you so much for the sub, whoever you are. I will look and thank you by name in just a moment. Carmilla's! Thank you, Carmilla's. Looks like you did beat day 3. Oh, Really? In 49 minutes? I guess he's a lot better than I am. I thought you'd get the trophy after day 5. Music. Yeah, the music is from OC Remix. Because this game doesn't have any music. We didn't get the trophy. I don't know how I feel about that. I know that Hippo told him about it too. I was in chat when Hippo mentioned that there was a trophy after day 5. So VPN knew it. He knew very well. I'm gonna go give him a piece of my mind next time I see him on stream. Would he beat day 3 in only an hour, huh? Maybe he is really that much better than me at games. I don't know. Now I don't know. Now I'm all nervous. Carmillos, are you going to be at the party tonight? If we can be at 200 before we leave Canada, I will be happy. Was this the pack-in for the 7800, or was that pole position? I think it was pole position, right? Pack-in for 7800?
Of course!
Of course it was. Thank you. Almost there. Good enough. We can do it. We can catch him. He's got to stop crashing, which is totally something we can do. We are independent, strong car drivers. We don't need no, something relevant that makes sense in the context I'm setting up. I really want to do 150 before it actually comes to money. Make sure we get there. Definitely will not get there. That's alright. This is my favorite part. Make up for it here. We want it to be 75 before we go to the super dark. Definitely behind schedule though. Behind the schedule. I'm gonna have to do some real work as soon as it becomes bright enough to see me. I think we've done it. This is not the one. All right. 12. It's about 4 hours in. We're going to take another quick break here real fast. I'm going to go read the manual. I'm sorry about your bad luck, Naruto. All right. Timers are still going. I'm probably going to have to step away in a little bit because I let the puppies out and they wouldn't come back in because their friends were outside. So So in a little bit, they're going to start barking for me to let them in. I'll beat this first race, then make a run for it, see if I can get them to come in then. It's definitely one of them being like, yo, I'm ready now. I feel like I know this song. I'm gonna have to take a capture of the website so that I can always see what song's playing. Oh, this is Pilot Wings. That's what this is. Pilot Wings had some pretty chill music. I didn't play Pilot Wings when it first came out. I wish I had. I feel like it would have been an amazing game at the time. I really do like how Nintendo kind of always was like, hey, our first generation of games are going to be like very, very good and very clear examples of what new technology we're bringing in with this system, you know? Like Pilot Wings on the SNES, and then Pilot Wings 64 on the 64, Mario 64, all the Wii Sports kind of games. Alright, cool, there's that. I'm gonna go let in the puppies real fast. I'll be right back. The one that was barking came in at least, so that's one of them. Pilot Wings was absolutely an eye-opener when I first saw it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I missed that. I feel like it definitely would have had a similar effect on me had I seen it as a kid. Mario 64 definitely had a pretty big impact on me when I first saw it. And we got 100 cars out of the way before we went into the snow. I think that's a good start. Is this Breath of the Wild? Sounds like Breath of the Wild. This is definitely Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild soundtrack is very interesting. Very atmospheric. Right, we really gotta catch up here. We need to be at 100 when it goes tonight. Make up for lost time. That's not terrible. We want to be at 75 before the fog rolls in. Not there. Now the other puppy wants in. Bad timing, other puppy. I gave you 2 opportunities. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit. Close. All right. Bad way to start day 3. I feel like the cars are faster. You know the numbers the same. I want to be at 200 before we get the snow. Not there, but that's all right. Way. Oh, bad. Oh, that sucked. We want to be at 150 when night falls, and we should have been down at 125 already if we hadn't gotten those 2-3 hits right there. Oh, God, no. Just lost like 10 spots. Go! Go faster! Why are you going so slow? What the fuck? I don't think we can come back from that. No way. That is toast. Hey, BPN. tagged you in the Discord. You beat this on day 2. Manual says you get a trophy on day 5, but it appears to just be a loop after day 2. So, curious if you already talked to Hippo about that, if you guys were like, yeah, for this game we can count just day 2 as the win or not. This was a bad run. Still got 100 left. Jeez. So many cars past us. We crashed. That was rough. Let me go let in the puppy real quick. I'll be right back. This is gonna be tough. Snow. Crashing the walls is way less detrimental than crashing into the people. Music is a little high. I will go ahead and fix that. Thank you. Hopefully that's better. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, Dragon. Catch up. Start driving. I want to start our real race in slow. I know this song too. Can't place it. Really want to be at 200 before we go into the snow. No way. Bad. Sucks. Want to be 150 before it becomes nighttime. We did, more or less. Alright, we're doing real good. We are doing better than expected. Oh, that sucks. No way, we do not lose here. No fucking way, we're gonna lose. Definitely should not be losing here. We had this. That sucks. A YouTube tutorial, I think. Seems like fun. Could be enhanced by the idea of free. I was looking into cartridge, by the way. Yeah, all free. Yep. We use... Oh, we had some dropped frames. Dropping lots of frames. Hopefully that fixes itself real quick. Cool, looks like it's fixed. Yeah, so the draft is on tappedout.net, and then Cockatrace is where we play. Yeah, that was Mega Man 3. I knew that. All right. There we go. Let's go. Bad start. I'm going to check in with the team to see if they consider this beaten after day 2 because it loops, or if because there is a way to get a trophy, if that is the agreed upon completion requirement. Because if so, like, I'm not above saying we beat it and moving on. We got lots of games to play, but I do feel like the trophy is, you know, it's where it's at. It'd be super cool to be at like 75 before night falls. We did it. The orchestral versions are never my cup of tea. I'm not super into this Zelda mix. I would love to beat this before the fog comes in. Just to be on pace with where we need to be for the other later. For day 3. Day 2 rep. It's always right at the end. We always goof it up right at the end. Beating day 3 could be considered beat. Day 5 trophy was an on-screen bonus, plus it was to get the mail-in patch from Activision for mastering the game. Your mileage might vary. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. For a lot of the other games that don't have like a, you know, end screen or whatever, we if there's a patch, that's been our criteria for the end. Since this has both a loop and a patch, I feel like the later one is probably the one to go for, because other games, that's how we've done it. well so far. This is roughly where we want to be when night falls, so we are ahead of schedule. Pushed us real far behind schedule. Oh, good, good. Well, medleys. I am a sucker for medleys, so this is definitely getting me there. I like this song so far. Wasn't into it in the beginning, but winning me over. Ah, gotcha. I think the trophy is absolutely doable for you. I hope so. That's what we're going to be going for. But if the whole team's like, nah, bro, let's do day 2, then alright. Do it. Got lots more games to beat, but I feel like something I should come back to someday. No way! Fuck that! Oh, that should not have counted. Oh, that's infuriating. So many back. I'll be at 150 when it is nighttime. We're doing it. $100. I don't think that's That's doable. If we can get through the fog at around lower than where I was about to say. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. There's no way to do it 40. Hey, Symbolnix, how you doing? Sargatos and Big Nick Magazine, that's true. That is true. That is true. I am known from those things. Oh, boy. Willick, are you coming tonight? BPN, welcome back in. Wanted to ask you about wind conditions, my guy. So, Hippo and you both believe that ending at day 3 is the right one? Let me check. Okay. What's next? Riddle of the Sphinx is next, huh? I'm gonna give it one more try. I'm gonna do one more try. Oh, Will, if you're coming, nice. Nice. This seems very doable. It seems like we could do it. And I want to do it. This seems infinitely doable. What's your costume going to be, Willick? What's your costume going to be, Carmilla's? I'd like to be at around 75 cars left when we get to the night.
Hello there.
Oh, poor baby. Your friends are outside, huh? You want to go back out there? Is that what's going on? Yeah, we got to 75 basically before nightfall. That's where we wanted to be. Whose team are you on, puppy? Oh, we finished it before we even got to the fog. Nice. That's what we went with, but it's up to you. I didn't even realize there was a Trophy of 5, but I'm not going to go back to it. It's an arcade game. That's good enough. I'm not going to sweat it. Hey, you know BPN. That's true, Summer Ball Nix. She showed me the way of the samurai. Also doing a couple's costume. Hot. Couple's costumes are sexy. I'm all out of liquid. Oh well. That's fine. I can be all out of liquid. Ugh. We're doing one more. Yeah, one more. One more little puppy. Alright, we're going to do this one last run. And if we can't beat it, then alright. I'm gonna stick with the group consensus. They know what's best. You can tell because they wanted me to play virtual pinball. It's probably better to just slam on the brakes when that's going to happen. No distractions. I'm driving. This seems like we're going at a pretty good clip. Oh, need to slow down though because of snow. But we got 100 down before we even got to snow. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good start. Do you want to travel slower in the snow? As a Michigander, I can tell you all about driving in the snow. Definitely slower is much more better. Whoops. I definitely want to be below 150 before night falls. We ain't gonna get that. Keep crashing. I think we're one, I was gonna say, one transition away. That's fine. Should be good. Puppies, come on! I'm trying to drive here. There's a strange puppy walking down the street. They're just trying to defend their territory. We're too far behind. I don't think we can make this. Without that crash, maybe. But no, definitely not. Alright. Alright. We're going to call it then. We're going to call it because that's what the group consensus is that there's no need to go past the loop. So we'll check out the next game, which is Riddle of the Sphinx, I believe. I don't know if you'd find this interesting, but I have a stream deck and a foot pedal that goes with it, so I can mute my mic with my foot. I need in case something happens. That's awesome. That's actually a really, really good idea. Then I can mute it real quick while the dogs are going nuts. That'd be really cool. Alright, we're going to call it 17 deaths, 2 hours in. I think we gave it a fair shot. But yeah, if the group says that that's it for Enduro, then fine. Fine. Twist my arm. This was fun. I liked Enduro. Alright, let's bring up our chart. Enduro, number 16. Driving. Fun. I kind of like it. I think it's pretty good. You gonna come bark at me some more? I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 3. Difficulty. 1,617. That's definitely not right. There we go. I don't know. Just being the first 2 days isn't that difficult. That's what we're calling the condition.
I'm back, baby.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5. 159, 7, 17. No versus mode. Win condition. Complete day 2. 4. And we're going to mark that as a yellow. So I don't consider that to be the best ending. I'm going to make that a yellow. Date completed. 9, 17, 52.